truly believe, we call it CDT, Comprehensive Digital Transformation. We the center and we the agency, we've fallen behind in that area. We're not driving that area, but even to be smart users of just the tremendous changes in computational power and the machines. I feel like we're falling behind, and I understand the reasons. There, like I said earlier, there are funding reasons, there's competing priorities, competing stakeholders, but I'm worried about that area, so I'm going to keep pushing that rock up the hill. And we're having, actually, I'm pleased, over the last year, we're starting to have conversations about it. So recognizing the problem is the first step in solving it, so I'm thinking we're making progress. But that's what I don't want to give up on.
All right. The first part of this question is for Lisa Rowe only. The second part, everybody can weigh in. When you became Langley, and then I believe NASA's first female center director, were there any special challenges you faced at the center across the agency? And as our nation's population becomes more and more diverse, what strategies can we employ to increase the diversity of our senior executive services, senior leadership?
So I can say when I became, one thing that was a surprise to me, as I became center director, and that was my first day in the office. And the lady that comes and
Do you know
cleans
who's
the
overseeing all the meetings by any chance?
No, I don't.
No.
And she says, finally, and she came over and she hugged me. And I think that was my first realization that I had become some kind of role model, right? Because I didn't really realize that before. I just, I figured I was quickly trying to learn, what I needed to do to be a center director and reaching out to other folks I knew that were center directors. But I didn't really ever think about that role model thing and think about how people needed to see a woman in the job to believe that they could be in the job. And so that was a realization to me, and I've learned a lot since then, from as far, and a lot of that from David Newman. She did just a great job, but just learning what we could do there. But I can tell you though, when I came in though, that was the surprise. But as being treated different, as a center director, Mike Griffin put me in the job as center director, and I can say I was treated just like everybody else. I got yelled at just like everybody else, and so I didn't see any difference there. I was one of the team. We were all working to make things happen, and I was treated just as equally as everybody else. So I didn't see any issues there. But what I've learned along the way, and I've been pretty fortunate in my career, honestly, that I don't feel like I've ever been treated different. I've been a member of the team where we're all making something happen. And that's been my experience, but other people have different experiences than me, where there have been issues, and I've had my eyes open to that.